Fire at a metal facility in Redwood City is the sixth at facilities like this in the Bay Area since 2007.
But in that time, only one fine has been issued by regulators. Critics say simply the government has been asleep at the wheel. Investigative reporter Vicki Wynn joins us now. Vicki, Sims Metal has had a series of problems.
Right, Raj, and the big questions tonight. What are local and state regulators doing, and is it enough to protect the health of the people who live near these massive metal recyclers? This is the third fire at Sims Metal Management in Redwood City since 2007. In a rare look inside the company, we ask Sims leaders if they are essentially self-regulating.
When we asked Sims General Manager Jim Bannigan about how regulators have dealt with his company, he declined to get specific.
That's not my sphere. If you want to ask me about the machine, I'll tell you everything you want to know about the machine. If you want about regulatory agencies, that's Melissa's function.
Melissa Cohen is the Safety, Health, and Community Director for Sims. We asked her about the public concern into what appears to be few consequences following major fires like this one. The last time Sims was fined was for $20,000 in 2007 for a public nuisance violation.
We can focus on penalties, but penalties are not going to change the organization. I mean, for instance, $20,000 penalty. People say, oh, that's not going to motivate an industry to do something. Well, we invested $4.5 million in the improvements we made.
Cohen says Sims is working on its own to improve safety. Since the last fire 5 weeks ago, the company reduced the size of its stockpiles and is using cameras to find hot spots. But critics say that's not close to enough. They want to know why companies like Sims are not being held accountable by the Bay Area Air Quality Management District and the Department of Toxic Substances Control. Both oversee the metal recycling industry.
And it will be interesting to see whether or not there's sort of this hot potato, oh, you're responsible. No. Both departments cover this exact area, and they should figure out a way to work together to make sure California residents, especially at this point, Bay Area residents, are protected.
Daniel Pillay with advocacy group Consumer Watchdog says the DTSC has the authority to substantially fine companies for emitting hazardous waste that settles on the ground. He says regulators can force the company to upgrade its equipment as it did with a similar facility in Southern California.
They don't have to be reactionary. They have the resources to be proactive to ensure that these things don't happen.
Now, Sims was issued a public nuisance violation for the fire 5 weeks ago. No monetary penalty has been announced in connection to that violation just yet. State regulators at DTSC tell us in a statement, quote, "It is possible that additional equipment upgrades may be appropriate at the Sims facility." No word, though, on whether those equipment upgrades will be required, and we will certainly be following up to if any changes are made. Jess, Raj?
Okay. Makes a lot of people on the peninsula especially very uneasy where that facility is.
And you can smell the smoke all the way in San Jose and upwards, too, all along the peninsula. I mean, it's a big issue and it affects everyone in the Bay Area.
Thank you, Vicki. If you want to have a tip for Vicki Wynn, reach her directly, or anyone else in our investigative unit. You can call us at 888-996-TIPS or send us an email to the unit at NBCBayArea.com.